New York Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis, one of those members of Congress, joins us now. So, Congresswoman, welcome and thanks for coming on. In the past, the president-elect had vowed to end the congestion pricing, saying that he would terminate it in his first week in office. But can you walk us through how this could actually become a reality? Does he still feel the same way?
Well, I spoke with President Trump last week about this, and I know he still opposes congestion pricing and understands that it will have a negative impact on New York's economy and the residents that we represent. But we're looking right now at every legal and legislative option. Obviously, this was a mess created by the Democrats in New York. This is Kathy Hochul's mess. We're going to try to fix it from the federal level, but really what the state should be doing is repealing this. Even Governor Cuomo, who originally signed this into law, said that there needs to be more studies. Currently, we have a lawsuit in court that says just that they violated federal law by not conducting a full and thorough environmental impact statement as required by the National Environmental Policy Act. That lawsuit is still pending, and we will have our day in court. We're also looking at legislative avenues, and I do believe there is an option for President Trump to come in, halt the program, and direct that study take place. It was ridiculous that the Biden administration rubber-stamped the state's law and this program without requiring that study. In fact, they said there was a finding of no significant impact, which is ludicrous when you see how it's shifting pollution and traffic to the outer boroughs and communities like the one I represent. So we still have some options here on the table, and we will use every tool possible.
Yeah, and to get into some of those avenues that you talked about for those that don't obviously live in the tri-state area or work in New York City, live in New York City, many take the trains, many take the commuter trains to come in. And that's one of the biggest questions about the railroad system that maybe many don't know. At what point does the federal government, in terms of operation, what power does that have? Does the federal government operate these railroads? Just trying to get a feel for what President-elect Trump could do from a federal level on what appears to be a local issue.
Well, these trains are operated and run by an independent authority that's run by the state. Its appointees are from Mayor Adams and Governor Hochul. They do, however, rely on federal funds. The President Trump did say he wanted to work with Governor Hochul to beautify our transit system and make it more safe, and that would require some federal funding. So certainly, if we're going to give another dollar to the MTA, they need to come before Congress and make the case for it, particularly considering they are doing this cash grab. I don't know why the governor would do this right before President Trump came in. If she wants to actually work with him and get federal funds for the transit system, it was kind of like poking him in the eye because he was very clear that he doesn't like congestion pricing and it should not go into effect. So we'll see what happens, but certainly the head of the MTA should come before Congress and answer the tough questions. There is no transparency. There's no accountability. This is a black hole that keeps taking billions of dollars, not just from the federal government, but from toll payers and fare payers. And just even with this congestion fee, this tax, they're still saying they're going to increase fares and tolls on their other crossings and on their subways and buses. So it's ludicrous. There needs to be accountability. The governor should do her job and actually fix the system and make it safe, by the way. The reason why people are driving in is oftentimes they don't feel safe. You have people being murdered and set on fire on the subway system, and the governor does nothing about it, and we are down 7,000 cops in New York City. Hire more cops, Mayor Adams.
The price will add up if you commute every single day and you're not left with a great, safe alternative, at least at this point. New York Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis, thanks for joining us this morning. We'll keep an eye on the story.
Thank you.